Welcome to WTOG's third annual Star Trek Marathon. This portion of tonight's marathon is sponsored by your local Pepsi bottler, by Busch Gardens and Adventure Island, by Today's World Waterbeds, by your neighborhood 7-Eleven store, and by Chili's. And here are your hosts for the entire marathon from 95 YNF, Ron and Ron.
They're back.
Yes, we are. Can you believe it? The third annual Star Trek Marathon.
This is it. We're whipping through space, warp speed. We're on our way to Mako's, Daddy. Let's go, Eddie. Get us cruising.
Ron and Ron here, and we've got an evening planned for you. 11 episodes. We'll be here for the next 12 hours.
12 hours we're going to be here.
Of Star Trek.
We've got Fez Whatley, our communications
I'm
expert.
sorry, that line's still busy.
Sorry about that. We've got Billy the phone freak just looking uncomfortable back there like he normally does.
And we have Fast Eddie at the controls monitoring traffic.
Eddie, how long before we get to Mako's, buddy?
It's at least about another 15 minutes, sir.
I guess we've got an asteroid belt we got to evade, and we'll be at Mako's. I hope you can join us tonight as WTOG, your 44, gives you the Star Trek Marathon.
Make sure you make it out there with us. We're going to have a real good time. All different kinds of costume contests, partying, and we'll be breaking in. You'll be on TV with us. See ya!
I can't change the laws of physics. I've got to have 30 minutes.
Hey, you're back with Ron and Ron from 95 YNF.
Hope you're enjoying the first episode. We'll be back after these messages with The Cage.
Most devastating witness against my client is not a human being. It's a machine.
I'm afraid I changed my mind again.
Traveling at warp speed through a Friday night with Ron and Ron.
Commercial alert! Commercial alert! Oh! Whoa! Commercial alert! Coming! Coming!
This portion of the Star Trek Marathon is being sponsored by your local Pepsi bottler, by Busch Gardens and Adventure Island, by Today's World Waterbeds, by your neighborhood 7-Eleven store, and by Chili's.
Hey, Ron and Ron here from 95 YNF, hour number 2 of the Star Trek Marathon about to start.
And you know where we're heading? Mako's Plus.
Before we go there, let's get a check on traffic. The man you love to hate, Fast Eddie.
Hey, Ron and Ron, this is great. This is unbelievable. Millions of light years out here. Traffic couldn't be better, although I just passed Saturn back there, and they were starting to get a buildup around one of the rings. Hey, traffic looks pretty good all around Tampa Bay. Of course, what I could see of it from up here. But wherever you're going, hope you get up to Mako's Plus safely. Oh, it's cold out here. Back to you, Ron and Ron.
Well,
Fast Eddie, one of the few people who can fall in space.
And not get hurt. Hope you can join us tonight. Makos Plus for our big Star Trek party. Costume contests, all kinds of prizes, and all kinds of guests. Tonight
We're
at
gonna
Makos
have fun.
Plus. Join us.
See ya.
If I seem insensitive to what you're going through, Captain, understand.
Welcome back, Eddie. Thanks for the traffic report.
Now we're off to the party at Makos Plus.
Yeah! To the transporter room, everyone.
You're asking me to work with equipment which is hardly very far ahead of stone knives and bearskins. Edith Keeler must die.
Gentlemen, what do you say we transport off this ship and check out some of the night action at Makos?
We're out of here. See ya.
Bones.
This portion of the 3rd annual Star Trek Marathon is being sponsored by Busch Gardens and Adventure Island, by your local Pepsi bottler, by today's World Waterbeds, by your neighborhood 7-Eleven store, and by Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan.
Now, no one has to tell an old Aberdeen pub crawler how to applaud, Captain.
Close that door.
Before they went into warp, I transported the whole kit and caboodle into the air engine room, where there'll be no trouble at all.
For the world is hollow, and I have touched the sky.
This portion of the Star Trek Marathon is being sponsored by your local Pepsi bottler, by Busch Gardens and Adventure Island, by today's World Waterbeds, by your neighborhood 7-Eleven store, and by Chili's.
Change the laws of physics. I've got to have 30 minutes.
Most devastating witness against my client is not a human being. It's a machine.
I'm afraid I changed my mind again.
If I seem insensitive to what you're going through, Captain, understand.
This portion of the third annual Star Trek Marathon is being sponsored by Busch Gardens and Adventure Island, by your local Pepsi bottler, by today's World Waterbeds, by your neighborhood 7-Eleven store, and by Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan.
You're asking me to work with equipment which is hardly very far ahead of stone knives and bearskins. Edith Keeler must die.
no one has to tell an old Aberdeen pub crawler how to applaud, Captain.
This portion of the Star Trek Marathon is being sponsored by your local Pepsi bottler, by Busch Gardens and Adventure Island, by today's World Waterbeds, by your neighborhood 7-Eleven store, and by Chili's.
Wow. What a time at Mako's, huh? I'm glad to be transported back to the ship.
It's good to be back here, man. That was a blast, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fun. I tell you what, I had the Vulcan grip on a couple of the Earthlings, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't blame you.
Woo, what outfits.
Hey, where's Eddie and Fez?
What happened?
No, man. This has happened before with this transporter room.
Wait a minute, are you saying a molecular mishap?
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
I was
no.
going to say that, but it's a little bit...
Billy, how are you feeling?
Okay, actually.
Damn it. Billy's fine. But we've lost Fez.
That ruins everything.
I know, it does ruin anything. Billy, go back and try to find him.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Just stand there and look uncomfortable. You know what? I'm thinking about heading back to Mako's. That was a lot of fun there, huh?
All right, let's transport back up. What the hell?
It's still going on. It'll be going on until like 2 o'clock in the morning.
We can find Fez and Eddie. All right?
Close that door.
What a sight. It was horrible.
Fez and Eddie are now...
One being.
Fez and Eddie!
Before they went into warp, I transported the whole kit and caboodle into the air engine room, where there'll be no trouble at all.
We did it, you and me.
Oh, how wonderfully strange I feel. There's a tingling sensation in my...
The world is hollow, and I have touched the sky.
This portion of the Star Trek Marathon is being sponsored by your local Pepsi bottler, by Busch Gardens and Adventure Island, and by Specs Music and Movies.
Ron and Ron here from 95 YNF along with Fez Whatley.
Fez, we're going home now. Where were you earlier tonight at Mako's? I couldn't find you for a long time.
What a wild night at Mako's. Glad to be back here. We had bizarre costumes, strange people.
Fez, what happened to you? You disappeared for hours.
I went where no man's gone before.
Fez, don't start that.
You're
We bring you
sick.
with us.
What?
We bring you on this ship, and this is a real ship, and this is the way you act.
This next episode is the incident
Who was that you were with, anyway?
on the Enterprise.
It wasn't
Now,
Uhura.
It was a dark,
You're an
lonely
Uhura.
night in
You're
space.
Uhura. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jay. Go
No,
ahead.
it was a dark, lonely night in space.
I'll drive.
Much like Fez's life.
Existence,
I
yes.
had my shields up. I needed protection.
You need protection. Anyone who comes close to you needs protection.
We'll be back with
Stay
the
with
incident
us.
on the Enterprise from Your 44.
Right here, tonight. 4 more hours left of the Star Trek Marathon.
See ya!
See ya!
I can't change the laws of physics. I've got to have 30 minutes.
Ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and all the papers want to know.
Most devastating witness against my client is not a human being. It's a machine.
I'm afraid I changed my mind again.
Ron and Ron, I told you guys you shouldn't have been experimenting with that cloaking device.
I feel horrible about Fast Eddie's head.
Sorry about his head, Mrs. Cleaver.
This portion of the Star Trek Marathon is being sponsored by Busch Gardens and Adventure Island, by your local Pepsi bottler, by Specs Music and Movies, and by Chili's.
Diaz, this is it, man. The planet Vulcan. Pretty neat, huh?
This is some planet a lot different than Earth. Red skies at night. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. Hey, there's supposed to be a game here at the stadium.
Who's playing?
The Minnesota Vulcans have a big game coming up in just a
I'd
while.
like to see that. You know, I'll tell you one thing that I like a lot about the Vulcans is their motto, live long and prosper.
Well, don't know. They're just they're doing the opposite of Earth right there. Hey,
44.
pal, learn how to drive. Hey, you know what? How about some of these Vulcan women's around? I think all they're interested in is your Vulcan money.
I know what
tired
you're
of this
saying.
place, man.
Hey, one thing about the planet Vulcan, it has less oxygen than our own planet Earth.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen Fez has been running all over the place.
He's adapting well. He's
cruising.
exercising, running the mountains.
Yeah.
But, on the other hand, Billy the phone freak
Fez, careful
seems to
up
be
there.
affected in a different
Billy?
sort of way. He's disoriented and weak. Billy!
What is it?
Billy!
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 Dr. McCoy!
Only one person can help. It's the
If I seem insensitive to what you're going through, Captain, understand.
Please, doctor, work on Billy. He's very, very sick.
I don't know if bones can help at this point. Look at the size of those ears.
He's sweating like an animal. Oh, get something else that... Get...
You're asking me to work with equipment which is hardly very far ahead of stone knives and bearskins. Edith Keeler must die.
Diaz, the doctor's still operating on Billy.
Bennington, I'm worried about him. Billy? Billy, are you okay? Can you hear me?
I'm all ears, Ron.
Bones.
This portion of the Star Trek Marathon is being sponsored by your local Pepsi bottler, by Busch Gardens and Adventure Island, and by Specs Music and Movies.
Hi, Ron Diaz from 95Y, and I hope you're enjoying the Star Trek Marathon. It is getting late in the night, and we are on a very frightening planet. My partner, Ron Bennington, is somewhere on the planet. Bennington, come here.
Yo, what's
Put the
up,
rocks
man?
down. Come here.
What's happening?
If you remember last year during the Star Trek Marathon, the trouble with tribbles?
Yeah, sure I do.
This is much worse, much more hideous. It appears to be a planet with phone freaks everywhere, clones of Billy the Phone Freak.
Billy the Phone Freaks?
Everywhere, stumbling into each other, mumbling.
Well, it's not as bad as you might think. You can stay here and become, like, champion of the world as a boxer pretty easy.
Sure, when you got this type population.
Although, you know, I did notice, like, there's thousands and thousands of phone booths here, and a very strange stench.
Do you notice that?
Stench, yeah.
It stinks on this
What
planet.
is going on, man? It's very, very weird here.
It's the planet.
Get out of here! Get out of here! You're
of the
driving us
phone
crazy.
freaks.
I gotta get out of here, Dad. I don't think I can put it up much longer.
We'll
Get away from
continue with the Star Trek Marathon on WTOG, your 44. See ya!
Now, no one has to tell an old Aberdeen pub crawler how to applaud, Captain.
How much longer we gotta lug this guy around?
I don't know. I hate this planet, though, don't you?
Sure.
Well, at least I'll save money on pantyhose.
Fez,
Oh,
shut
sick.
Before they went into warp, I transported the whole kit and caboodle into the air engine room, where there'll be no trouble at all.
Back here on this hideous planet. I'm ready to get out.
Let's go. Let's head out, man. We got the shuttle to Galileo.
Let's jump in and go.
All right.
We did it, you and me.
This portion of the Star Trek Marathon is being sponsored by your local Pepsi bottler, by Busch Gardens and Adventure Island, and by Specs Music and Movies.
Billy, open those doors so we can investigate.
Come on, Billy, get them open. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Wow, look at the terrain on this planet.
Oh, this place is ugly, man. Why don't you head out and make sure you know where we're at?
No, why don't you go
check it.
down there?
No,
I'm
you
not going
check it
down
out.
there. Let's send Fast Eddie.
Eddie will do it. Eddie!
Sure.
Eddie, come here.
Look, there's
Look.
a snack machine down there.
Candy machine.
Wow,
Down
look at
there.
Snacks, yeah.
Sucker.
Eddie, is it safe?
Everything okay?
Hey, you guys got change? Yeah, come on out. You got change for a
Sure?
ride?
Sure.
All right. Wow. What an atmosphere.
Dive, man.
Breezy.
Oh, my, I wish I had brought my camera.
Billy,
This
come
place
on,
makes
on down,
Oldsmar
Billy.
look like Hollywood.
Marvelous. This is nice.
Hey, make sure all you guys go, because we're not stopping again, all
Right.
right? Make sure you
Fast.
got
Look what I got
What's that?
I got this at the Planet gift shop from my mom. Isn't this wonderful?
Very nice.
Yeah,
Come on.
look like the prom queen again. Thanks a lot.
We're
Fez.
running out of time. Let's get back in the spaceship quickly.
All right, let's get out of
Come on, guys.
Hey, grab those keys, man.
yeah.
The shuttle keys.
Whoa.
For the world is hollow, and I have touched the sky.
Come on, Billy, get this thing started. There's a big creature coming.
You got any jumping cables? Fez was listening to the radio again, man.
He's drained the battery?
Yep.
Oh, good move.
I can't change the laws of physics. I've got to have 30 minutes.
Most devastating witness against my client is not a human being. It's a machine.
$10 million bottles of beer on the wall.
Will you guys shut up? You've been singing that thing for light years.
Billy, I told you to do that before we left the planet.
I'm afraid I changed my mind again.
portion of the Star Trek Marathon is being sponsored by your local Pepsi bottler, by Busch Gardens and Adventure Island, and by Specs Music and Movies.
Hi, Ron and Ron from 95 YNF. Glad you stuck with us for the entire Star Trek Marathon. One episode to go. It's our next one, and it's also the last one ever done on Star Trek.
Yeah, this is kind of bittersweet. What's the name of this one again?
It's Turnabout Intruder. This is an episode where a female invades Captain Kirk's body.
They've gone too far. This could never happen. These things don't happen.
I wish you were right, because I've been feeling lately that sometimes Fez Whatley takes me over. I'll be speaking normally, and all of a sudden...
I sound just like Fez Whatley.
Get out of here, man.
It's happening.
Cut it out.
It's happening.
Now, I know you're goofing around. We've been doing
I
Star
wish I
Trek.
was.
We've been doing this too long.
It's been a long night.
Too long of a night. That's it. You're just forget about it.
Look, every once in a while, I'll break into that stupid song Fez likes to sing.
What's that?
Ground control to Major Tom.
Diaz, all this time we've been partners, and I'm attracted to you in a way.
Get out of here. Are you sick?
Sing that song to me again. Sing
Ground control to Major Tom.
We need sleep. We need sleep.
I hope it doesn't happen.
This is it.
Next.
See it.
Ron and Ron here, bringing the old ship back to YNF.
Fez, have you made contact?
According to my readings, the Wax Museum's up ahead.
If I seem insensitive to what you're going through, Captain, understand. You're asking me to work with equipment which is hardly very far ahead of stone knives and bearskins.
Time to transport out of here for Fast Eddie, Fez Whatley, Ron Bennington, and Ron Diaz saying, see ya.